So good morning one and all. Myself Lavanya, Assistant Professor of Department of ECE, SRM PRP Engineering College. So I'm going to discuss about the topic on bipolar junction transistor. So what is bipolar junction transistor? Is a three layer of semiconductor. So one is base, another one is emitter, another one is collector. Then the layer in the sense two n-type layer of material, one p-type layer of material. This is called NPN transistor. And one more transistor is there. Two p-type material layers, one n-type material layer is called NPN transistor. These are the major two types of bipolar junction transistors. So this is a basic diagram of NPN transistor and PNP transistor. Center we have first diagram, center we have p-type material. So p-type material are a thin layer compared to the n-type material. So in case of second diagram, center layer is a n-type material is a thin layer of material while compared to the p-type material of second diagram. Okay, next one is, so what are the terminals available in the bipolar junction transistor? So what are the terminals are there? Emitter, collector, base. So emitter is in top side of a component, the opposite side is in collector. So in middle section there is a base will be available. So namely three terminals, one is emitter, another one is collector, so third one is base. So emitter in the sense, so it supplies the carriers so along the section of device, corresponding device. So it always allow the forward bias with respect to base of the corresponding carrier. NPN transistor emitter supply only holds to the corresponding junction. In PNP transistor, emitter supplies only electrons to its corresponding junction. So collector in the sense, it collects the carrier signal to the particular section of the device. So a collector will always be a reverse bias with respect to the base of the transistor. In NPN transistor, collector receives holes to the corresponding junction. In PNP transistor, collector receives electron to its corresponding junction. Then the base is a middle layer of the corresponding transistor. So there is a two junction, emitter and collector base junction. Emitter base junction and collector base junction is there. Next one is, so important parameter in the sense, base is a thinner layer, emitter is heavily lobed, so heavily doped. Here some of the large amount of carrier to be injected to the corresponding base. So base is a lightly doped diode, so it can pass most of the carrier signal to the collector. So collector is moderately doped. Okay, so emitter is heavily doped, base is lightly doped, collector is moderately doped. So then, so there will be a junction between the corresponding terminals. Emitter base junction is called, so between emitter and base is called emitter base junction. So collector to base called collector base junction. So emitter diode is always forward bias and collector diode will be always in the reverse bias. So resistance of emitter diode is very small. So resistance of collector diodes is very high. Next three layers. Then these are the transistor working operation of NPN transistor. Here we could able to apply the forward bias to emitter base junction. So consider a diagram. So first is a N layer, second one is a P layer, third one is a N layer. So P-type material are thinner while compared to the N-type layer, then only it is called NPN transistor. When we apply forward bias to the emitter base junction, then reverse bias is applied to the collector base junction. So forward bias in the sense emitter base junction produces, so it causes electrons move towards to the base of the terminal. It constitutes the emitter current as IE. So IE denotes emitter current, IC denotes collector current, IB denotes base current, and VEB denotes the emitter to base voltage, VCB denotes the collector to base voltage. Next one is total emitter current will be calculated. So addition of base current to the addition of collector current. This is a working principle of PNP transistor. Center we have the N-type material. So N-type material are lightly thinner while compared to the P-type material, then only it is called PNP transistor. Here forward bias applied to the emitter base junction and reverse bias applied to the collector base junction. So emitter base junction causes the holes to move towards to the base of the terminal. Total current can be calculated as IE. So holes are crosses to the base of the terminal constitute the collector current of the PNP transistor. So this is a basic symbol of PNP and NPN transistor. Here three terminals are there: base, emitter, collector. In emitter terminal there is a direction will be denoted to the emitter direction only. So if direction will be an outside, that is called NPN transistor. If the direction will be an inside in the emitter terminal is called PNP transistor. So here three modes are there. One is active mode, second one is saturation mode, third one is cutoff mode. In active mode, base to emitter junction is in forward bias. Then base to collector junction is in reverse bias. So while considering a saturation mode, base to emitter junction is in forward bias and base to collector junction is in forward bias. Both are in forward bias. In cutoff mode, both junction are in reverse bias. So in active, emitter to base forward, base to collector reverse. In saturation, base to emitter and base to collector is in forward bias. In cutoff mode, both junctions are reverse bias. So here three types of transistor connections is there. One is common base, another one is common emitter, so another one is common collector. So common base in the sense, so base will be common for both input and output side of the configuration. Here the transistor will be, direction will be in outside. Here this is an NPN transistor, while direction will be in inner side, that is called PNP transistor. So base of the terminal is common for both input and output. Here IE denotes the emitter current, IC denotes the collector current, VEE denotes the supply voltage to the corresponding transistor, VCB is the collector to base voltage given to the circuit, RC denotes the collector current, then output will be measured across the RC. Next, so there is a current amplification factor which is equal to ratio between change in collector current to the change in emitter current at a constant voltage is called current amplification factor. The value will be less than unity. The range between 0.9 to 0.99. The range will be an less than unity. The range exactly lies between 0.9 to the 0.99. Next one is total emitter current can be calculated. Amount of input in the collector current, addition of amount of base current will be added to corresponding emitter current. Next one is expression. This is an input characteristics of common base configuration. Here the x-axis voltage and y-axis current will be mentioned. So this is a graph as periodically increased. When we increase the voltage, current also increases. So when we apply some voltage to the PNP transistor, then the current value is rapidly, step by step, will be increased. Current will be almost independent of voltage. There will be voltage level between 1, 10, 20. The ranges are differ. So okay, in case of output characteristics, though it between voltage to the current. So base to collector voltage and collector current, this is called output characteristics. So when we vary the current linearly with the corresponding voltage, so voltage will be very small. When the voltage will be increases, current value becomes constant. So next one is input resistance. So input resistance in the sense a ratio between change in base to emitter voltage to the change in emitter current is called input resistance. In case of output resistance, there will be a change in base to collector voltage to the change in collector current is called output resistance. Thank you.